Starting and running a business is hard, but you don't have to do it alone. Whether you're an established business owner or thinking about starting a side hustle to earn extra income, I am here to teach you how to show up as your unfiltered self, level up your business, and thrive as a mompreneur. Let's embrace the chaos and start enjoying the journey together. I'm Amy Traw, and you're listening to the Motivated Mompreneur podcast. Welcome back in to the Motivated Mompreneur podcast. Today I am chatting with Inbal all about community. And this is one of my favorite topics because this will be the game changer in your business. If you want to start thriving, you need to be in community with people that get it, because so many times the people around us don't get it. They don't understand the big dreams that are on our hearts. So this conversation is going to be incredible. And with that being said, I would love to welcome Inbal. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much, Amy. I've been looking forward to this conversation.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to have you here as a guest because you are building some incredible things, and we will get to that shortly. So before we dive in, tell us more about yourself, your story, who you are, and what you do.
Sure. So I am originally from Israel. I grew up mostly in Southern California, where I met my husband. He was an officer in the Marine Corps. So we had a 4-year stint in North Carolina and moved back to Southern California about 2 years ago. We have 3 amazing little ones. I have 2 toddler girls, and about 6 weeks ago, I had a little baby boy. So that's super exciting. Our family is now complete. And a little wild over here at the moment. But yeah, I, most of my career has been in the restaurant industry and management, bartending. I got my real estate broker's license and slowly realized that I just don't like working for other people, and just really wanted to create something for myself, especially since I would always give ideas and input and try to plan things and was shot down most of the time. So 6 years ago, when my husband and I were still dating, I started a candle company and just really put everything into that as he was training and as he was gone a lot. So it was great. And I was doing farmers markets, in-person shows. And then my first daughter was born, and I really had to pivot to more of an online space. And that's kind of where I got the idea for the platform that I have today, which is Like Minded Collective. It took me about 2.5 years to build, and we launched about a year ago. So here we are today.
Oh my gosh.
3 kids, 2 businesses later.
I love it. But it's all led you exactly to where you're meant to be. And isn't that like the case with most things in life? You know, it's all these pivots and turns and twists. And we were talking before we recorded just about the roller coaster of motherhood and entrepreneurship. And it's a wild yet beautiful ride all at the same time. So tell us more so, what really led you to create Like Minded Collective? Because it's truly such a community platform to support women. What led you to start this?
Yeah. So like I said, I wanted to kind of shift my candle company to more like digital marketing. And for one, I had no entrepreneur friends, so I didn't know how to go about doing that. And then all the other places that I, kind of plugged myself into were Facebook groups, which you have to pay to post about your business. You're not allowed to self-promote. A lot of communities were out of my price range, and women who were reaching out to me just wanted me to buy their course or pay for coaching. And I just didn't feel like there was any free space that was welcoming. And, I was looked at as a person, not just a dollar sign.
Sure.
So when my daughter was 3 months old, I was like, you know what, I am going to create this space because I know that there's millions of aspiring entrepreneurs, influencers, business owners that need a space like this that just does not exist. And so I started to work on it. My husband deployed when my daughter was 6 months old. And so we moved back to California with my parents. And that was March of 2020 when COVID hit. And I just started building this thing. Little did I know that it was going to take me 2.5 years to build, but I thought like 3 months and, X amount of money, it'll be like in existence, I was incredibly wrong, but it was definitely a learning curve. So the reason why I created it was really for myself. And then now that I had this new business, I was kind of building it for me, in a different light, because I was growing, I was learning, I needed the resources. Some of my best friends now are women that I met through building this platform out. So it's been incredible. And just the space that I need as a mom. I was nursing on calls. There's people nursing on calls. There's kids in the background. There's yelling. There's screaming. We love when people have their cameras on, no matter the madness that's going on around them.
Right, because it's real life and you feel seen, you feel heard. And I love what you did because in life so many times it's in finding a problem that we have. Sometimes we can't find the solution, so we create the solution. And that's exactly what you did. So tell us more about the platform, what it entails and what it does for women.
Yeah, so I wanted it to be super, super, super simple and easy to use, where somebody could log on and say, okay, this is what I need to do. So you basically build out a profile, and there's different things that you can fill out as much or as little as you want. There's the feed where we love self promotion. You can talk about your business. You can ask questions. You can talk about events that you're having and just really build those relationships. And the best part about the platform is the search feature, because we all know Facebook and Instagram and even LinkedIn just have horrible search features that it takes so much time to find who you're looking for. And so I really worked hard on building out this search feature to really make it seamless. And then you can message one another on the platform as well. So it really is just those features. We have events. We have a monthly networking event that's free. We have a monthly workshop that's free. And then we have a small subscription that includes brainstorming and expert hot seat coaching that happens 4 times a month. So there is a paid option, but the majority of the resources, the education, the connections happen in the free account that you create. So that's basically it. It's very simple, very easy to use.
And you guys, I'm also in there, and I will tell you, it is super easy to use because you're right. I mean, algorithms are tricky, and you try and search, and you're getting things that aren't even relevant, and it's just frustrating. But you have created such a beautiful platform that really puts people first, and community can truly change the trajectory of businesses, as we know. So, how has community impacted the trajectory of your business?
Oh my gosh, I can't even explain to you. Like, we're talking about pivots. I have pivoted my business so many times to land where I am today. And because of the women that I've made connections with, I'm comfortable to do that. And brainstorming with them, even if I post a story on Instagram, like, man, it has been a day, like, kind of struggle, I will get people just messaging me, voice notes me, like sending me, calendar invites to just let's connect, let's brainstorm, let's talk through this, because they care, right? And I think when you create that community and that, just group of women that really root for you, you're able to take your business to levels that you never even thought it could go to, because you have that confidence, right? You have the support system, you have the brainstorming. I mean, people just want to see you thrive. So that gives you the confidence to say, okay, well, I'm going to do this, and I can do this, and I will succeed at this. So it is so, so, so important to create community. And it doesn't have to be a bunch of people, right? It can be like 1, 2, 5 people that you're just super, super connected with. I know that there's a group of women that met through Like Minded Collective. They all do very similar things, and they met on a networking call, and now they meet monthly on their own as just like friends and accountability and brainstorming. So it's just incredible, the trajectory of your business once you include women who are like-minded.
Oh my gosh, I could not agree more. And what you're providing with this is that missing piece of the puzzle. It's that networking and community that feels good because yes, social media is there. Yes, you can engage with people, but this really is truly building the community piece that we're missing with that. And by building your network, I mean, you said yourself, you've met some incredible people and surrounding yourself with people that are doing what you're doing is so powerful because I don't know, I've been to the point where I've been questioned by my loved ones and family members. They're like, well, you have a degree in this. Why are you not using that anymore? But being in community, it really elevates me to get me through those hard days because, like we were talking earlier, business is a roller coaster. So,
It is. Yeah. Oh my
yes,
gosh.
exactly.
It's such a huge roller coaster. And, I think the thing is too that you need to remember that not everybody needs to understand where you're coming from, and not
Yeah.
everybody needs to agree with what you're doing, right? And that also comes with the connections that you're making with fellow women entrepreneurs as well. Because if somebody comes up to you and they're like, hey, like, have you thought about doing this differently? Or like, have you thought about this? It's not necessarily just about rooting you on, but it's also about making you think and making you kind of expand your horizons. But yeah, I mean, my mom, even this is like just a very funny story, but when I had my candle company, um, my candles are all natural, non-toxic, and I infuse the wax with real gold. So the wax shimmers really beautifully. It's the only one of its kind. And so I told her that, and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to start doing farmers markets. And she said, don't you think there's already candle companies at these farmers markets?
Yeah.
And like, she obviously loves me so much. She supports
Right.
me. She like will root, but she's very like logical, right? And she's like, I'm like, yes, but none of them are gold infused. And that's what sets me apart. And my candles are the best, right? And that's the mindset that I had. So it doesn't matter if like your family loves you, obviously, but they're going to question you. And you need people who will question, but also give you constructive criticism on how to grow, right? So that's what your tribe will help you with too.
Yes, exactly. Just that expansive thinking because our brains are wired to keep us safe. But when you're surrounding yourself with like minded individuals, you are able to see more possibilities. You are challenged to go after your dreams, to push through those scary times because we are all going to hit rock bottom often. It happens as a mom, as a business owner. There are days when you just want to burn your business to the ground. We have all been there. That's the reality of it. But having those business besties that get it, those will pull you past those quit zones, those quit points in your business. Because, like you said, you can reach out like, hey, you know what? I'm having a really rough day today. And you know what? There's people out there that will cheer you on and that will encourage you and will help get you through.
Yeah, 100%. And I think our motto is really friendship before business. And that truly stems from just experiencing growing my business as a mom, um, and just having always apologizing, right? I feel like moms always apologize. Like
We
you're honestly
do.
like, I'm so sorry. There's like my child's in the background now. I'm so sorry. I'm nursing, or I'm so sorry. My camera. It's like, stop apologizing.
Right, right.
And like, that's normal, right? So like my goal is to always have the workshops, the networking events, everybody with their camera on, regardless of the mess and the noise, because it has to start getting normalized. And like, you have to, right? You have to stop apologizing for everything. And if you're growing your business with your kids at home, you are so much more efficient, and you should give yourself a huge pat on the back, because it is not easy. And you should be able to still go to the workshops and grow your business and connect, regardless of whether or not you have kids. So, yeah, the community aspect really doesn't just stop at business, it really keeps going. And especially with women who have kids and little kids and babies, or pregnancy and hormones. I mean, you just need to find women who kind of hit all the check marks for you.
Yes. Oh my gosh, so true. And I mean, you know this. I am a firm believer in that moms make the best business owners because of exactly what you said. And having conversations like this, we begin to change the narrative. When we're like, you know what, we get it. You do not have to apologize because you're right. We're constantly doing that. But we can change the narrative together that it's okay, that there are going to be times when kids come running across, come interrupting, all of these things, they happen. This is part of navigating mom life and running a business. There are times when they do intersect, but it is in being a mom that we truly excel as business owners. So I just love that. So, what tips can you give our listeners about how do you navigate work and mom life? How do you navigate that day-to-day chaos
Yeah,
that
a
ensues?
very good question. I get asked this question a lot, and I honestly don't even know. The biggest thing that I really try to focus is just one day at a time. Um, like I said, I just had my third child 6 weeks ago, and I am running this company by myself. So, we put on like 10 events a month, give or take. And so I had to show up for those events. And so leading up to this, I was like, how am I going to do this with a baby? And what about the delivery? What if he comes like during one of my meetings? All these questions. But I realized that I just need to worry about one day at a time. I need to set up my business to succeed. So whether that means maybe having somebody that I trust like on call to take over an event. He was a very good boy, and he started contractions after an event on a Thursday, and we didn't have another one till Tuesday. So he went the perfect time. But all jokes aside, really just kind of focusing on one day at a time, because if you start to look at the future, it can make you so anxious and not really know where to start. I think the biggest thing too is communicating with your customers, your clients, and your family about expectations. So, hey, listen, like I have a baby at home. I may have to go off camera to nurse and, X, Y, and Z. Or with my husband, he's very fortunate. We got 4 months of paid paternity leave, but really even just telling him like, hey, I'm going to need you for these meetings that I have. And here's a bottle and here's X, Y, and Z, so really just the best way that I handle being a mom and a business owner is through communication and being fully transparent, and not apologizing. If I have to cancel a meeting because my daughter's sick, like that's it. I have to reschedule,
Right, right.
So just not apologizing and communicating properly with everybody.
Oh my gosh, I love those because communication is truly so key. I know my husband is not a mind reader. I don't know if yours
Yeah.
is either, but you have to be upfront. You have to communicate your needs, and that's not being selfish as a mom. I think sometimes we tell ourselves these stories that, oh, well, if I ask for help, it's a sign of weakness. No, you need to communicate what you need because communication is a form of self-care. When you're
Right.
allowing yourself to ask for help and accept help, that really opens up so many opportunities. And two, communicating upfront with your clients. Like you said, transparency. I think clients really do appreciate that because most of our clients can relate on one level or another to what we're going through. So,
Yeah.
again, just taking one day at a time because every season of motherhood has its own trials and tribulations. There are days that it's just chaos and other days where it's like, okay, I feel like I'm finally getting the hang of it. And then just when that happens,
And then
it'll
something else
come down.
happens.
Yeah, exactly. Come down with something. But who else can relate better than women that get it, that are going through exactly what you are? And I appreciate the community that you have created and what you are doing. So let this be your encouragement too to keep going because I don't think we, get enough affirmation of how our work is really impacting others. So where can we learn more about the Like-Minded Collective and get into your world?
Yeah. So I want to tell a really quick thing that happened yesterday, kind of in
Yes, please
relation
do.
with what we were just talking about. So I had horrible night's sleep 2 days ago, and I had a workshop yesterday. So before the workshop, I'd scheduled an IG Live with a woman in the community, and I had to sleep. Like, I could not function. So I basically messaged her about an hour before. I was like, hey, I am so sorry, but I have to reschedule. I had a horrible night and I need to rest. And she said, of course, no problem, And I think what it boils down to that people kind of forget is that your customers, your clients, your users, like, they care about you, right? They are your people. So when you're saying, hey, listen, I need to reschedule, like, this happened, there is no question that they're going to be like, absolutely, like, you need rest.
Yeah.
you know and so just remember that the people in your life care about you. They want to see you succeed. They want to, like, encourage you. So don't be afraid to ask for what you want, even if you think that they're not going to be on board and they're going to have an issue with it. And if they do, then middle finger to them. But always communicate what you need, because that's how you show up as the best entrepreneur. The best mom is when you communicate your needs.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I love it. I could not have said that any better. So, where can we learn
Back to
more?
your question.
You're good. You're good. That was amazing.
As there is a crying baby walking up the stairs.
That's okay.
Likemindedcollective.com. And the platform is completely free. You can sign up for the community, the networking events, the workshops, and everything is through there. My Instagram is on there. Connect with me. If you are wondering if you can have a baby as an entrepreneur, message me. If you're wondering if you can start a business because you have 3 kids at home, message me. I would love to chat. Yeah, I just love connecting with moms. They're the best.
So, you guys be sure to sign up for the Like Minded Collective. And Inbal has been generous enough to offer us 50% off of your first month of the paid platform. Although the platform is free, there are additional features and benefits that you can get. So we will drop the link in the show notes with the coupon code for you, Amy50. And yes, again, thank you so much for everything you are doing, for taking time out of your schedule to pour into us, and for the amazing community you are building.
Thank you so much, Amy. I
Oh,
appreciate it.
it was my pleasure. And until next time, stop dreaming and start taking messy action. You've got this. Are you loving what you're hearing? Do us a favor and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss an episode.